some conversations that are had after a loss that you would never had those conversations if you had won. You'd kind of like sweep it under the rug and not address it. And so when you lose or have an opportunity to learn from a game like that, you bring some of those things up that should make the trajectory of your season be more successful.
The defensive line obviously has taken great steps this season. It got better as the season's gone on. How's that progress gone?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think we've been playing pretty good football. A lot of the growth in our D-line was more understanding the concept that Flores wants. It's not really a one-man, one-gap defense. It's a feed the pressure and cutback type defense, which is a little bit more unique, or things that none of us have really played in prior. And so just seeing more plays on film and trusting some of our linebackers, gaining our trust by showing up time and time again, I think has helped us evolve up front.
You seem to be able to get through on some of those short yard situations. Is that experience? Is that watching film? Is that just the right call?
That's a good way to a good question. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know that I really thrive for those moments in the game. Those are weighty downs. I'm sure you've heard some of these guys talk about the weighty downs: 2-minute, third down, red zone, short yardage. Those can really affect the game. And a lot of times in my career, people had at least tried to lock me in a box of like just a run stopper. And so if that's one of the strengths, you need to kind of trust and rely on that. And obviously, I always try to work on my pass rush each offseason, but that's one of the staples I want as a player, is that I can knock out the run game. So try to show up for my teammates in those moments. Not a lot in this defense do teams run the ball or run the ball up the middle. So in that short yardage time, it's like, oh, finally I'm going to get a chance to make a play because they're not running around the edges and stuff.
And how do you think this team will rebound from the loss? Because you guys, things have been going so well. You think it's like, all right, let's get back on track?
Yeah, for sure. I think the veteran leadership on this team is almost unmatched. It's incredible, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to go out and address all the issues that have come up and put our best foot forward.
How important is that, especially knowing that you got a bye week coming up after Monday night? You get a chance to, you obviously don't want to sit on a loss for a week. So how important is that?
100%. Yeah, I've won games before a bye and lost games before a bye, and the bye is much more enjoyable when you earn it with a win. So we'll definitely take advantage of the extra day here, try to button up some of those things that came up, and then again with our veteran leadership, it's important to preach that it's not bye week yet. Like, put all that stuff to bed. Don't worry about it until we get it.
You're a family guy, you're a charity guy. What do you do tomorrow to kind of step away from football after you guys are done with your practice and film here to kind of enjoy the rest of the day with your family?
It'll be fun to come in, I guess, have a little turkey bowl practice in the morning. But then we'll check away, and I'll tap in with some of my teammates and friends from around here, call back home to our families, and let everyone know how thankful I am for them.
The opposing guy angry, but I feel like that's a plus for me. If he gets mad, then I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just focus on what I have to do, and he'll get more and more mad.
Justin Fields, you've seen him enough times now, but is he a challenge to your position just because his capability and what he does?
Yeah, he's definitely a capable quarterback, being able to make plays with his arms and legs. So just going by the game plan, just sticking with the game plan and just going out there and executing the game plan.
You're adding up the sacks. This defense has obviously worked well with your physical attributes and talents.
Definitely. Again, it's not only me. The defense playing together. You got the secondary, the linebackers covering guys back there and giving us time to get back there to the quarterback. So it's definitely a team effort. So.
What, was I on the team?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was on the team. I was on the team for week 3 against the Chargers.
Okay, tell me about the Bears defense then.
Yeah, Bears defense does a great job. They got a lot of guys that fly around. Linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds up at the front with Billings and Jones and Walker, and they acquired Montez Sweat. So they got a good defense. They move a lot. You guys saw the way that they played against the Lions last week. That's a really good team in the Detroit Lions. And this is the NFL. Every given Sunday, there's a chance for every team, and this Bears team is fighting. So when you ask what I think about the Bears defense, I said they're really good. We got to make sure we're prepared.
Do you like the way you guys are running the football right now with Madison?
Yeah, I thought we ran the ball really well last week. There's a lot of things to build off of, but even I don't even know what we ended up putting on the ground, but whatever we put on the ground, you watch the film back, and there's a lot more left out there. So we got to continue to build on that, and I think for this game this weekend, establishing that run game will be critical.
You really do, don't you? I mean, at every level. I guess you don't have to, but man, if you can establish a run, it changes everything.
You're exactly right. You don't have to, right? You look at the Atlanta game. In the first half, we couldn't get it going. In the second half, started getting things going through the air, and we actually got the run going a little bit. But every game's different. But when you do get the run game established, I think it makes everything around you a little bit easier. It takes a load off, makes passing game clear up a little bit, play actions open up. So I would say we don't have to, but as an offensive line, we take it as we have to every week.
Do you feel like it's a stretch run right now? Like it's a sprint to the finish, kind of?
100%. I mean, we got 6 games left in the season. We're 6-5. We all know that we got off to a slow start, and we got on a run there and lost a close one this last weekend. But I think before the bye week, it's important that we go 3-0 in the NFC North and make sure that we hold our heads high going 7-5 going into Vegas.
Dalton, you guys have had quite a few people playing big roles in this lineup that came in the middle of the season. What is the, I guess, trick to being able to do that? Whereas guys like you or Josh,
yeah,
or, Cam Akers for a little bit, be able to come in and contribute on short notice.
Well, I'd say first off, from the ownership down, bringing in the guys that they do, right? I mean, bringing in Cam Akers, you guys also the impact that he had. Bringing in Josh Dobbs, we've seen what he has done. I mean, holy cow. So some good decisions, I feel like, from the front office, and I'm biased, but I think it was a good decision for them to bring me here too, man. But at the end of the day, I think it also goes to show that this is the NFL. We're professionals, you know what I mean? And we're expected to be the next man up. And it's a lot of times that guys are expected to fill in, and maybe they don't, but we've just had some guys here step in and do a really good job. Josh has done incredible. Cam did incredible. And I know from my point of view, I don't speak for them, but this is what I love to do. This is what I came here to do. You know what I mean? I didn't come here to not help and sit back and be a backup. I came here to have an impact and to be the next man up, and that's what I'm doing, and I bet Josh will tell you the same.
How about being back on Monday Night Football after the way the 49ers game went?
Yeah, Monday Night Football is going to be a great experience, man. Another primetime game, another opportunity in front of the whole world to get a big win, and we need it. We need to go 7-5 and to go 3-0 in the North.
What do you do tomorrow to just maybe take a breather from football, or is it all football until Monday night?
Usually after the game, you got the night of, and we didn't get back till like 3 or 4 a.m. But Monday and Tuesday are days get a breather and get recovery and things like that. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I think I got into it last week, but I don't like how people are just grateful on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? I think we need to be grateful every single day. So I always make jokes. Nothing's going to change for me tomorrow. I'm going to be just as thankful and grateful as every single day. Tell my wife all the same things and my family. But it is a day that I think reflect and look back at the blessings you've had throughout the year. And I'd be remiss if I didn't, but it'll still be a lot of football for sure.